Before I start this video, I just want to let you guys know that you guys have probably already been to the meet. The meet's already over with, and I thank every one of you guys that comes out to the meet, not only this time, but the previous time, and just sharing your passion for BMW. Like myself, you see I've got my Dynan 5 here. I mean, the cars are just incredible. Even the cars that show up from other brands, it's all about sharing the passion and community for BMW and cars alike. So before I even get into the video, I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support and everything you've done. Hey everyone, my name's Austin. I help run the Atlanta BMW Club, and I'm here with
Jack Pierce.
Perfect. And who are you with?
I am with Holly Performance overall, but specifically head of sales for Dynan, APR, and AEM, headquartered in Opelika, Alabama. But here I live in Atlanta, and so we wanted to come out and support Wolfpen and really kind of plug into the community here.
Beautiful. Yeah. So for a lot of people who don't know, I'm a big fan of Dynan. My 5 Series is a Dynan 5 car. And when Jack told me that Dynan was going to make an appearance here, I got super, super excited. And rightfully so, because you guys brought out 2 cars for us to see. This one, arguably, I might be biased towards because I love purple cars. And I know BMW definitely does a lot of marketing on the purple for the M240i. So just kind of tell us the background of Dynan, what the meaning of the company is, and their role in BMW as a whole.
Yeah, so Dynan really, from its roots was about improving only what needed to be improved on a BMW. And so what we're trying to do is take it back to its roots, which is getting back plugged into BMW stores where you can actually purchase your parts and everything else to upgrade your vehicle at the point of purchase, but then also getting involved and plugged in with the community here. So like with this M240 that we brought out, this one's badged, the X3 is not badged. There's different ways and pathways to use Dynan, whether you want to do the full badge experience, whether it's the foundation or the signature, or whether you just want to have a tune on your vehicle, improve the performance. So, but what we're really trying to do is really get back to, again, where we're plugged in as a lifestyle and a passionate part of the BMW community.
Beautiful. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Talking with you and the other gentleman out here.
Seth.
Yeah, Seth, you guys are very passionate about,
absolutely,
the connection with BMW. And for those who don't know, Dynan has a history all the way back into the 60s and 70s with helping BMW's racing team at the time. And that kind of shows through their current offerings, with the performance aspects of things. So it's a really special thing for you guys to come out here, and I'm super thankful for you guys.
We're going to be plugged in over here, and again, trying to grow our connection with the Atlanta community here locally, but then also in other regions as well, to just try to say, hey, we're back, we're plugged in, and really want to try to support the community overall. And we have a fantastic product. We do great job as far as whether it's our carbon fiber, whether it's sway bars, whether it's suspension, whether it's tunes. We're a publicly traded company, so anything that we do is going to be at the top level. If it's a tune, it's going to be smogged, it's going to be EPA compliant.
Beautiful.
So it's kind of those things of saying, hey, it's a high quality product, and it's something that we want people to look at and be passionate about as well, because we're passionate about the brand. We want to make it go faster, sound louder, make it more fun to drive.
Yeah.
So that's really but that's all we're really about. We are the enthusiast company and enthusiast brand.
Man, that's amazing. You guys stay tuned for more content, because safe to say you guys might make another appearance out here.
I guarantee you we will.
Beautiful. So stay tuned for the content. We're going to show off a lot of these cars a lot more often, and maybe you guys might bring something else out.
Oh, we'll bring something else in. I promise.
Perfect. Here I'm with Mario, and we're with his beautiful fashion gray M3. This thing looks absolutely insane. Carbon everywhere. As you can see, under the hood looks absolutely insane. But enough of me talking. Mario, why don't you tell us about your M3?
Well, it's a 2018, literally just clicked 34,000 miles. Bought it in 2021.
Okay.
It was mostly stock. Everything that is done on the car, I've done it myself.
Okay.
I have chosen not to use any Chinese stuff because I don't like it.
Fair
So
enough, yeah.
I'm getting taxed through hell and back.
Okay.
So price pretty good. I don't think I'll sell it ever, but if the right offer comes, you never know.
I mean, money talks, I guess, but I can get that. So what all has been done to the car? Because I see quite a bit of things under the hood.
So all the downstar, the CSF intercooler, charge pipes, cooler intake, inventory, custom engine cover, adjustable coils, BBS wheels.
Yeah.
Really like a full bolt-on running at 30.
How much power is it putting down?
Never been on a dyno.
Okay.
Still factory turbos. Whenever they go out, we'll go upgrade.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
getting it down.
Fair enough.
Thankfully, stock crank hub.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's one of those myths that
Yeah.
unless you plan on abusing it, I feel like you should change it.
Okay.
But if you are quote unquote responsible, which some of us are not, we should take the risk.
Fair enough. It's a beautiful car. I love the BBS. Are these BBS Le Mans?
It's LMRs.
LMRs. Just enticed me. How much did you spend on those wheels? You don't have to give me an exact number, but just a rough estimate. I know they're pricey.
Let's just say right at 10K or a little bit above 10K.
You spent 10 grand on wheels. Holy cow.
I mean the diffuser, I went with an $1,800 diffuser.
I mean, you got to pay to play, so I get it. So let me ask you this, right? Because I noticed you have a number sticker on the side of the car. Do you track this car?
I've been to Impact
Okay.
twice. Shout
Okay.
out to them. Pretty good people.
Okay. Yeah.
And awesome experience.
Yeah.
I've been on the track twice with it last
Okay.
year in Texas
Yeah.
and Pocono.
Ooh.
And I've been to Impact 3 times.
Wow.
So going to, hopefully, Lord willing, going in May to Texas
Yeah.
and August to Pocono. Between that, we're going to try to go to Beamer Invasion in West Palm.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to them too.
Yeah.
People. So I guess that's my hobby and that's what
Yeah.
I do. I like it, meeting new people, talking to new people, so it's nice.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's good to see people actually drive their cars. You know, there's so many people who buy these M cars and, you know, they do it more so for the flash and such versus actually like driving these things. So,
I average about 5,000 miles a year since I got it.
yeah, but you drive it the way it's intended.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the main part. So, beautiful car. I mean, it's gorgeous. This one stood out to me. I was actually telling my wife as we were walking by here, I was like, I really want to find the owner of this car because I thought it was beautiful. So, beautiful car, man. I appreciate you talking to me.
Thank you much.
Man, I don't know what else to say. It's just a stunning car and it actually gets driven. Who do I have here today?
You have JK, Fresh, whichever, many monikers, man of many names.
Beautiful. And behind us, what do we have here?
So we have the 2020 X4M, your S58 motor, aka Storm Shadow.
Okay. And before we even get into the main part about it, let it be known that the performance of this thing is not judged by the 0 to 60. That's for the commoners. This is judged by the 60 to 120 time, which is
60 to 130, 7.12.
60 to 130. Excuse me, I'm a commoner. But repeat that time for everyone.
For now, it's 7.12 seconds for the moment.
Jesus. That's most like generic cars 0 to 60 in general, and this car goes 60 to 130 in that time frame. That's disgusting. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your X4M. Like, what's been done to it? You know, how long have you had it? How many miles have you put on it?
All right, so got this on October 1st to be exact, with 47,000, let's say 500. We are about to crack 61,000 miles. In that time frame, so it's a driver. It's not meant to sit and look pretty. The white won't stay pearly clean white, but I have OCD, so I'm trying my best. We will break windshields. We will have rock chips, but that's what I got it for. I try to keep it clean and make it look presentable, but it's a drivable vehicle. The S58 motor. I know we're out here with Dynan as well, so thank you, Dynan, for my injectors that are Dynan ignition coils, I should say, as well. RK Tunes front mount intakes. So although it will sound like I have upgraded turbos, I do not.
Disclaimer.
for the disclaimer one. The pure stickers on the side do not indicate that I have upgraded turbos.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer 2, I was at Euro Drag Wars. They were one of the sponsors. You had to put the stickers on for photos, videos, etc. I just kept them on. I like the color. It goes with the white. That's my second disclaimer.
Fair point. Tell us about the actual gigantic logo that's on the side of your car.
So Technica Motorsports is my sponsored mechanical maintenance site of choice out here in Georgia, out in East Point, Georgia. So please look them up. They are who takes care of everything on the car. Helps me get it set up, helps me get to these events to run, tour, travel up and down the East Coast. Speaking of that, as you mentioned, with the Technica Motorsports is that, so shout out to them, to Ahmad there. Don't let anyone tell you can't get 315s on the back of an X3 or an X4.
That's a thick ass tire.
315s in the rear, 275 on the front. Let me tell you, it will squat and go. So if anybody's ever curious about your X-Drive and your drivetrains, no need to worry. That is a setup that does work. It stays well within parameters. You're good to go.
Jeez. Well, thank you so much for sharing your car. This thing's beautiful, and it goes without saying, it's so nice to see people actually drive these things and not make them garage queens. And it sounds like you drive this thing as it was intended to be driven.
As it is, it goes through. Thank you for having me. Let me explain. Yes, I go through windshields like people go through oil change. That's the one sad part about being on the road a lot. You can't avoid it, but I wouldn't take it away for the world. Like, Ultimate Driving Machine is the exact name. It's true.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, so we tracked down arguably one of my favorite cars of all time. It's an E30 M3, but that goes without saying. This is the owner. Your name, sir?
It's Josh King.
Josh, you have one of the prettiest cars of all time, okay? I could be biased. However, I'm gonna let you do the honors. Please tell us what you have done to this car. Potentially OEM plus, but it sounds like you did a full restoration on it.
Yeah, so it was, this was a 6-year-long build. I found the car on eBay, and it was in California, and I thought it was a fake listing because it had one picture and it was from the Wikipedia page. So I said, well, I'll just buy it now and then investigate, and if it's fake, I'll back out. But checked out and got it here. It was in really rough shape. Paint was peeling, the windshield was cracked. The wheels were mismatched, and it just needed a lot of love. So I got to working on it. My son Declan helped me out. And we took it all the way down to a bare chassis on a wooden dolly. Took the engine out, transmission, literally everything that could come off came off. I sent the car to Magnum Collision for work. They had it for, I knew the owner at the time, Mike McConville. Said, look, I know you guys got your daily work you got to do. Don't worry about speed, just do it right. Take as long as you need. They had it for 10 months. And all the panels on it are original, except for I elected to buy a new hood because it's easier to, I still have the old one. Now it's a magnet board for all my kids' drawings and stuff. And then right as I finished it, somebody backed into a fender. So I still have the fender, but BMW has something like 2,000 fenders in Germany for these things. So thankfully, thankfully it didn't touch anything else. But so they did the paint. I had Corman Motorsports in Greensboro has been racing these cars since they were new. So they know all about the motor. I put the motor and the transmission differential in my other car, drove it to them. They built the motor. I can show you the engine if you like. So these have the old clamshell hoods.
Love these clamshell hoods.
And they did a one-size overbore on the cylinder walls with new pistons, new rings. It has same It has new cams. It has Evo 3 cams. It has the same crankshaft. But this is really an OEM Plus build. I wanted to keep it in stock,
Right.
but the best versions of stock.
Absolutely.
So the red plug wires and all that are part of like what the Evo 3 had, and the front air dams that's an Evo 3 piece. I had to make friends in Germany to buy this stuff at dealers and send them to me because BMW won't ship directly to the US on a lot of these parts.
Okay.
So it's got an Evo 3 exhaust. It's got it has a ceramic coated OEM headers inside and out. It has a lightened center section of the exhaust. It still has catalytic converters. It's just about 50 pounds lighter probably. And but I did all of the disassembly and assembly myself with my son's help. And then we also did on the inside, you can still get, or you could at the time, the E30 leather from a company called GAH, which is G-A-A-H, or G-A-H-H. And so I got a new leather kit. I got all new bolsters, foam bolsters, Evo M-Tech 2 steering wheel.
Yeah.
Basically just redid everything. I did the whole wiring harness as one piece. I took it out.
Okay.
I went through every connection in the wiring harness, made sure that everything was good electrically, no shorts, or there was nothing to chase around when I put it back together.
Yeah.
The goal was get every piece as good as you can, then put it back on. And so it was like putting a new car back together when I finished with it.
I mean, it shows. This thing looks, I'm not exaggerating, this looks showroom condition. It really does. This is, honestly, I'm surprised you brave bringing this thing out.
Well, I mean, that's kind of my view is if you're just going to have it sitting somewhere, you might as well sell it or just,
Fair point.
Take a picture of it. And But so what I did to make it a little more drivable is the whole car has clear bra over it.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the lines around some of it, but it's a self-healing film. So if you get a rock chip or something, it'll level itself back out. A lot of the fun was in the details, though. So like these stickers, I had to either find, there are some people who will reproduce these.
Okay.
Some of them had to be custom. I had a guy in London who has a sticker company, and we had to figure out who made the boxes back in the 80s. So this is like Kromberg or something. It says Croshoe, which is like Kromberg Schubert or something like that. But finding all those images, making the right, millimeter correct labels and putting them back on the right place. It got kind of involved, but like I had a zinc plating set up in my garage at one point, did all the hardware.
Wow.
It was
It's the clearest fuse box cover I've ever seen from the E30.
well, I bought like 5 of them because it keeps melting them. It's just like they just sink in like that, and then I just swap them out. But that's it.
Fair point.
They didn't really design this thing to be a like show car or a garage queen. They made this thing to race, and then they did things like they just bolted on AC with really thin bolts. It sheared,
afterthought.
Yeah, it's total afterthought. So it sheared 2 of its AC compressor bolts earlier this year.
Oh, jeez.
And I had to use I used a ceramic bit that could actually drill through them. I was able to back them out without marring up anything, and I put aircraft grade bolts in it now, so hopefully those won't come off again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's a blast. My kids love it. We go for rides in it all the time. It's just there aren't a lot of cars out there like this anymore.
No, not at all. This is as analog as it gets.
Pretty much. I mean, it did have ABS, or what passed for ABS at the time.
Yeah.
There's no traction control. The cruise control is a second throttle, because the throttle actually actuates like this. It's very mechanical. And so your cable here, that's the one going into the through the firewall. And this cable here goes to this cruise control. I don't know what you call it, a module, but then you can set it, and it literally, the cruise control is just pulling on a wire. Like, it's so analog back
That's
then.
cool.
Yeah.
Analog cruise control. Who would have thought?
Right. Yeah. So they put some creature comforts in this, but if you put this next to the DTM version of it, it's like air conditioning and leather seats is basically the difference between the cars. And obviously DTM's got a higher compression motor. So, yeah.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful car. Thank you so much for taking the time to share this masterpiece with us. And how have you liked the event so far? Did you come to our last one?
No, it's my first one. My friend Sharif My friend Sharif invited me here, so
Okay.
good. There's a really good turnout. A lot of
Yeah.
cars. It's fun to see how BMWs come from this to what you see around here. That maybe that M5 over there.
yeah.
That's like two ends of a spectrum. But
Right.
yeah, something for everybody in this community, though.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for coming
Yeah.
out, and hopefully I see you on the next meet.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Austin. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, so we have probably found the holy grail of M cars today with this gorgeous E39 M5. Who do I have here with me today?
How you doing? My name is Sean. Yeah, this is my E39 M5. It's a 2000. But I bought it 2020 during COVID when I pretty much had extra money to spend when you couldn't go outside.
Yeah, fair point. Tell me about what's been done to this car, because I don't know if you guys can hear on camera, but this thing is idling and it sounds like a tornado. Like it's insane. Okay, so tell us what's been done to this one.
Yeah. So when I first bought it, I pretty much redid everything. I got all the belts, pulleys. I got a new transmission. One of the first actual mods I did to it is I put a KW1 V1 suspension on it, upgraded the brakes, and then I just pretty much went
Standard caps, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Really.
Respect.
It's just like pop. You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I pretty much just maintained it, and up until last year, I went on 2023. My actual original engine failed. So I ended up having to find a new engine, and then I ended up finding a guy that actually crashed his 2003 Le Mans all the way in Seattle. So I actually bought his entire setup. So this is it. This has an upgraded 2003 M5 engine, upgraded plenum plates, front and rear dining strut bars, ESS supercharger with a methanol injection kit, stage 4 spec clutch.
How much power is this thing playing down?
I haven't dynoed it yet, but I think on paper, when I do have some methanol in there, it's probably running about 620, 625. So it's pretty up there.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, you gotta have something nice to really catch me on the road. So
I like that.
But yeah, still like I said, it's still a little work in progress. I put the wheels on there, obviously.
Okay.
So
they're
these
BBSs?
Yeah, so these are actual custom BBS wheels. So the face is the real elements, and I had a guy do a custom barrel and lip for me, so it looks a bit wider than the standard BBS wheel. So
And are the center caps matched to the paint? Because it looks almost.
It looks almost identical, but I didn't really expect that. I was just lucky enough to find it that way.
Oh, okay.
The guy who built the wheels for me, he was able to get them from BBS, and I guess they had this color, so it just worked out. So I chose the gold. I don't even know what you call those, but the billets are whatever you call it.
Beautiful.
Thought it was a nice little.
It goes well with the blue. Yeah.
Pop a little bit. So.
Do you mind if we see what's under the hood?
Yeah. Why not? BMW problems.
BMW problems. It's okay. Whew. Oh yeah. God bless. That's definitely a pretty car. That's some serious car you got there. So, whew. Well, I appreciate you, my friend. Gorgeous car. Hope to see you at the next meet.
Yeah, I'll definitely be around.
It's Austin again, and all I can say is, wow, right? We've had, if I had a lucky guess, I would say over 100 cars showed up to this meet, and it blows my mind, honestly, because, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I got the opportunity to take over this Atlanta BMW Club page on Facebook, and it was dormant, and I really wanted to revitalize it and get people engaged in the community again for the passion of BMW. And I think we've been able to do that through these meets and activities that we've been doing. And now that this is our second meet, and I mean, the reactions have been incredible. There's so much community here, with Wolfpen, with the Atlanta BMW Club. We have M Addicts that came out. We had the Women's BMW Club come out. We even had people from the BMW CCA group come out. And at the end of the day, you know, whether they're from a different group or not, we all just came together and shared a passion of cars and for BMW. And for all of you guys, I genuinely thank you all because, you know, with the help of Wolfpen, you know, this has become such a fantastic opportunity to, honestly, in my opinion, create the largest BMW group in Georgia and potentially the Southeast. So it goes without saying, I had a blast today. I genuinely hope every single one of you guys did too. Dynan came out and brought 2 of their cars, which was incredible. So thank you to Jack and Seth from Dynan for actually bringing the cars out, engaging with the group, and sharing the heritage that is Dynan as a brand, because a lot of people, especially the up and coming generations of car enthusiasts, don't necessarily know what Dynan is all about. As you can see, you know, with old trusty here, you know, I've had experience with Dynan and I love the company to death. So Wolfpen, this goes without saying, thank you guys so much for being a host. Jack, you have helped me get this up and running so easily, and it's been such a grand process dealing with you. And I don't even want to say dealing with, because that almost sounds like it's a negative connotation, but you know, associating with you and Wolfpen, Josh, and Mark, you guys have just been incredible, very welcoming, and I just see you guys conversing with everybody that's there, and it is just, it's a special environment, and you guys have been the ones to help cultivate that, and I genuinely thank you guys. And I'm sure I speak for the rest of the BMW groups in general, not just the Atlanta BMW Club. So thank you so much. And to the other groups, you know, BMW CCA group, I saw a lot of you guys out here as well. Thank you guys for coming out. You know, we share the same goal, right? We want to share the passion and community of BMW. Same thing goes for the BMW Women's Club. Thank y'all for coming out as well. I think y'all were there earlier than most of the other people. I will say thank you for the super people that came out too. I understand it is heavily BMW. You know, some people don't feel like they deserve to be there. They absolutely do. Fight me on it. And yeah, you know, all the other people that showed out, just coming from different brands or, you know, different car cultures in general, thank you so much for coming out, and we welcome you back. You know, I'm already talking with Wolfpen to see how we can schedule the next meet, and we got some logistics to figure out regarding parking and such, but we're going to get it done, and we're going to get it figured out and make this a three-peat and just continue on this passion we have. Again, I am a big believer of supporting businesses, so absolutely support Wolfpen any chance you get for any of your service needs. Doesn't matter if it's an old hoopy like mine, or if it's a brand new G80 M3, or maybe you have a 911, or you get the picture, right? Absolutely use them for your service needs, or if you track your car, they absolutely do help with track setups as well. So check them out. And then you know, Dynan, of course, right? Dynan has incredible parts for, you know, BMWs, Minis, you know, various cars. A lot of their stuff is still warranted by BMW if your car's under factory warranty, which is incredible. So they build incredible pieces for our cars, not only from the performance aspect, but even from the visual aspect. A lot of their carbon fiber pieces are gorgeous. So definitely support them any way you can. They are even slightly local to us, right? Their headquarters are in Opelika, which is about 2 hours away from us in Alabama. So they're not too far away. So I would absolutely give them a look if you're looking to do anything performance or aesthetic to your BMW Mini, and I think they even dabble with Porsche and such. So, but yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled. I still can't believe the amount of people that showed up today. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure 100+ cars showed up, which is just astronomical, and I don't know what to think. So to every one of you guys who showed up today, thank you so much. Curbs, I love this to death. I don't know if you guys can tell or see this, but this is a M5 police car. That's a Matchbox car. I don't even know how hard this thing was to get, but I'm gonna treasure this. So thank you so much. If you guys want any die-cast replicas of any cars or anything like that, this man has anything and everything your heart can desire, and then more, okay? So check him out. And then BMMR, oh my goodness, thank you for the shirts. I know you gave me a shirt and my wife a shirt. I'm gonna wear this. Matter of fact, as soon as this video is done, I'm going to the gym and I'm gonna wear this. So Thank you so much. Everybody check them out on Instagram as well, BMMR. They are all about community as well, and that's a huge motif of ours. So check them out. Love, love, love the swag. Thank you so much. And I also got a sticker for them. I just haven't cleaned my car, so that's the only reason why I haven't put the sticker on. So please forgive me. But yeah, all in all, thank you so much. I appreciate the support with the group. And if there's anything I can do to help out in the group at any moment, please let me know. A lot of you guys message me anyways and ask questions and stuff. I'm totally down for it. And yeah, before I go, I will say I do want to plan like a cruise for, you know, the mountain runs or something like that for the warm season. So I haven't forgotten about it. I know I'm long-winded when it comes to planning that stuff, but I am definitely going to get that planned for a lot of you guys. So saying that, again, my name's Austin, and thank you guys so much.